Hi there, Libra. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be your Scorpio season reading. Let's clear the energy and return it to sender. Wow, Libras, I was just meditating and I was hearing that you're worried about whether or not something is still possible, okay? And I'm hearing that it's not over. I'm hearing belvedere, okay? So maybe something very specific for somebody. I'm hearing something about Tuesday. I'm hearing for Canada, and I'm hearing clear the energy. And I'm hearing something about Virgo. So yeah, let's jump in. I hope you're all doing lovely. If you're at this channel, welcome. If it's your first time, welcome, firsties. And let's get the tarot out, and we'll maybe work with an oracle as well. Yes, I rebuke that, and I return that to sender. So, yes, there's someone here who's making you feel that you're not worthy or that something is not going to work out. No, this is more about them than it is about you when it comes to fear as energy. You're not to have fear in this season is what I hear. It's more about someone or something else. Someone could be trying to project energy to you about having fear of some kind when it comes to really anything. I mean, yeah, it could be anything. It could be family. I'm hearing something about family. Whether or not I'm hearing something about disgrace, okay? A sense of disgrace. Maybe somebody wants to blame you for something that's maybe going on in the family. It's I have nothing to do with anything that's going on here. It's not my problem, not my business. Y'all are going to work on that together. You just need to, just remember that people, though, are projecting a lot of energy at this time. The Tower on the date. More or less, that Pluto goes direct. And so that's the ruler of this season, right? The Tower, yeah. You're also receiving your karma, whatever was taken from you, receiving this back. People are going to realize that you were correct about something. And I'm not just talking to Libras. I'm talking to Libra 7th house. Okay, yeah, Venus energy. I'm talking to those in the light, okay, specifically light workers. I don't acknowledge reptilian energy as my querent. So this is more or less where we're at with who the querent is. Someone who is doing shadow work, somebody who is not, going to be boomeranging their karma to others to deal with. You're going within, if there's a problem, it's about you, and it's not about anyone else outside of you, okay? Yes, even if this person's toxic and I'm attracting them, but you are mirroring that in your reality because you're perceiving them. So if you say, no, it's really about them, then you're disqualifying yourself as having a role as a perceiver. You're perceiving, and so if you don't like what you're seeing, turn your head. If you don't like that movie, watch a different one. You have to acknowledge, though, that you are in the seat of observation, even if you're well, God did this or the universe is doing this to me. Okay, but you are still in the audience, right? And so there is some still discretion there. People don't force you to watch certain movies unless they do. People don't, it's a way of saying it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So Libra, take your power back from that place of are they I'm here also hearing looking at me like that. People come in very covert ways to sort of just annihilate your sense of confidence to make you feel that you should feel this or that way. Let's say somebody is controlling and they're trying to control your self-perception. They're going to just kind of be someone who's very controlling and you're picking up on that. They may not be outright that way with you, but they're sort of embodying that energy and you are picking up on it, and then you are sort of perceiving where you need to sort of remaster yourself in a way that would appease them. And you just need to be very careful with people like that, because these people here who are not overtly narcissistic, but they sort of, let's say, you see even they know they're very self-aware in how you perceive of how they treat others around you. That's who you really need to be careful for. The one who acts innocent, okay, but is doing the most through others as well, mobilizing their draconian agenda through the people, the minions will say, around them. Okay, so this is the type of energy that you just, I think, need to just let go of as well. If you make me feel inadequate, bye. Okay, you can improve, rebuke. And I wouldn't get into a tit for tat. I wouldn't talk to this person like that because they're toxic. They're not meant to be supporting you in that. There's a reason why this person is who they are in this lifetime, in this way. Let people have sovereignty in choosing their karma, okay, and how they want to demonstrate who they can be on this planet to the broader collective. You don't need to change anyone to be a good person. in the root chakra. That's where they get us, you know, the light worker is like, no, I really want to be better, like, help me. Okay, that's where then you're going to end up needing help, right? After that, because they don't want to change, they just want to drain you, all right? They want your energy. They don't want to change, they want your energy, okay? But if they can tell you, hey, I want to change, and they'll get your energy that way, then well, they got what they wanted in the end, just in their own way. They don't care how they get it. They just want it, your energy. So yeah, you need to discern. You need to be in the driver's seat, like, okay, how do they make me feel? Okay, like if they really want something from me, they really want my healing and yada, 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 yada bullshit. Well, you know, how is that right there making me feel? When the client calls you and says, hey, I really want you to commission this work, how do you feel? Because you need to respect yourself as a so-called healer. If you are going to be, let's say, as you really feel helping somebody, you need to feel good in that space too. So if it makes you feel ick, it doesn't matter at all what they want you to do. You need to step back away, back off. And this is general video, of course. If you're like a doctor, a frontline surgeon, Lord, take discretion with watching these downloads, because you need to have logic as well. If you know, I don't want to work on evil patients, some of you light workers in a very tricky spot, well, then maybe you should change your industry. Okay. But yeah, this is about, make sure that you're working within the confines of the legal impending structure that we're dealing with on the video at this time. Like, you maybe need to just change your contract, even, I'm hearing, so that it serves you, it works for you within the legal, you know, bounds that we're looking at justice there. Yes, some of you, it's like you're really tempted to just, Lord, even forsake, like, maybe documents you signed, because it's just like these entities are just trying to get at you, and you realize they're just trying to drain me, and so it's a tricky terrain. And that was the title of your members read extended. By the way, nice place to plug right here, I'd say myself. Join members if you would like to subsort. What's that word? Interesting. Sounds kind of like a word we should know. Subsortium. Sounds like something we need to maybe add to the dictionary. Okay, but please subscribe to members, because it really helps support this channel. It's the paid content. I personally don't do lives anymore or private readings, really. So if you are looking for something a little bit more nuanced and personal, and the portal, you want it to kind of speak more to you and what you're experiencing, rather than the broad collective on YouTube who's just like watching this video, then yeah, sure, join members, and that's by the join button. There are different tiers, different content, and you can literally subscribe to different portals there. So some portals are going to be heavier, more intense. Of course, the highest is Gold Compass, and those of you who join Gold Compass, big shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining this collective in such a way. It's always a contribution to the collective, and you should feel that way. Like, hey, when I am joining this channel, or I'm subscribing, or I'm hitting like on Nat's videos, you know, I feel like I'm giving to this collective. And if you feel that way, then you're on the right portal, Spirit says. But if you don't, and if you're like, I don't want to give Nat that $100 or that $200 or that $300 or that $10, then just don't do it. If I don't want to give Nat that $1 donation, you're gonna have some fucking remorse, or you know, you're gonna regret that. There, I just fucking rebuke it. Like, I am not your reader. This is not the space for you. We are not in alignment, and you should just be on your way. Don't feel you need to like fake support as well, or support even though I'm here in Jasper film department. You know, if you don't want to, like, this is not what it's meant to be. This is not about me. This is about the collective. All right. So if you feel good in giving to the collective, then give by all means, and know that you're seen in that space. And it is so-fucking-lutely karmic. And I do see a crow right here. I see a crow right here. Yeah. Very nosy crow right there. A lot of crows flying around. Not a single crow, though, has landed here, and I'm happy for that during this reading, okay? So there's something here that you are absolutely going to win if you can step into the higher version of yourself and away from these people who are not one with their own higher self, that is, right? So yeah, and again, yes, thank you so much for your support on members. The higher the contribution, of course, the more you're giving to this collective. I know some people, for instance, you know, gosh, you know, they've got whole addictions to industries that are Machiavellian, right, in nature, like drug, alcohol. You know, they're full, you know, alcoholic out here, and you know, whatever the story goes. You know, I'm sorry, I don't have the money, or I don't have this, or I wish I had that, or you know, or they're just blatantly spending, you know, whatever it is, giving the majority of their money, let's say, to a gas guzzling car company. They're driving a Porsche out here, and they have a problem giving $15, $20 to a light worker. You are seen. That's what I want you to hear and know by the Most High, all right? It's not about me. It's about this collective. And if you think that we're all so stupid and thinking, oh, okay, yeah, you really don't. You can't make those sacrifices. It's about the sacrifices on planet 3D that you make. Because the money that you put into certain industries, there's someone sitting there behind Porsche, baby. And it's not just you behind the wheel, you heard? Yeah, that's right. There's a whole human being who's benefiting off of what you're putting into that company. Just because you don't see that person's face. Who knows? If you got to know that person, you would itch. You would itch to death, Spirit says, knowing what they sleep knowing they've done. That's what I hear. And I'm not saying just about Porsche. There's a lot of people like that in the world, y'all. And the thing is, you need to know what you are doing on this planet with your dollar. It's very karmic. Libra, I rebuke thee, and I demand thee as well back. So some of you here, you are owed. There's someone here who owes you. This person here, tried to steal from your bloodline. Some of you hear this message coming through, they tried to steal from your bloodline. You need to know this person is not your friend. This person is not a friend to you. This person is the type of person, and you should want to be slave owner, okay? Stealing other people's assets through time, and then trying to be I'm the benevolent, philanthropist even. No, you're not. You're a fraud con. And they're literally trying to gift you back what was yours that they stole from you. Be careful for these charlatans with the Tower, the Moon, and the King of Wands. There's someone here who you just feel it in your bones. I need to get the hell away from this person. It could even be a goddamn company, and you know it in your bones. Like, I'm giving my money to this evil-ass person, bro. Like, I'm working for this company that's evil. Okay, so if you feel that in your bones, this is the test. Can you break away? Can you break away? Can you break it off with the person you know is evil? This person could be a narcissist. And if you can't, it's nothing more but your self-worth. It's nothing more than you speaking for Jesus, okay, and not the devil. You heard? It's about speaking for Jesus and not the devil. You heard? It's about being able to say no to the devil, to fear, to dark, and say yes to the light. Are you strong enough? Because Pluto going direct will make sure that you know it's just about that. And you may feel like, damn, I made a mistake. I did. And it was just that one little thing I feared. I was that one person I feared speaking up to. It was that one... It's a dark I appropriated. And that's why now my life is going to fall. Some of you may have a big tower moment if you are not in the light, and if you want to delude yourself in believing that this is worth it, or I know they're evil, I'm just going to keep doing this. There's no such thing as time. Okay? I see something about 3, the number 3. You need to be very careful because I do see that you have... No, Isaac, you have certain people here set up around you. Some of you here, you will be receiving due karma. Keep seeing this like pause, play dialogue, like on a tech thing, like a tech screen. You will be receiving your good karma back. Someone here is living in your shoes right now. This person doesn't deserve to live this lifestyle. Some of you here, she stole your man in a past life. That's what I'm hearing. She's right now in this lifetime with a King of Wands, fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You know who you are. You stole this bloodline karma, and you know it. And you are not meant to be sitting there in that seat with those shoes on, and you know who you are. I hear it like that. Spirit here is going to demand this person to give it back to you, but you have to be willing to say, yes, I will receive when you do snatch that back out of her hands. Let's say it with her hand, because she is unholy. She does not do with those things what you would do with those things. She does not do with those assets what you do with those assets if they were your assets. That's what I'm hearing. Some of you, this is a bloodline thing. Bloodline curse. Always the devil here winning in your family, I'm hearing that. Always the devil was the one who was successful in this and that. Times are changing, and you may be the first person in your family bloodline to finally hold the grail again. And she knows it. Some of you hear someone here trying to take your life because of that. Because she knows that you can defeat her ass. That's what I'm hearing. And you will. Without asking Jesus a single motherfucking question. You're smart as hell. And she's just a controller manipulator. She's not smart. She's just a controller manipulator. It's not hard to be a controller, a manipulator. You could do that, light workers. You could also be that, you know? But you know karma too well to do that. Okay, so you take the light, you take a slower route, but you're gonna get there, and when you sit at the top, you're gonna be sleeping. Meanwhile, she's freaking the fuck out because she knows. So you cannot sleep well at night when you know in the subconscious that you did not deserve that, and that is not really yours. She knows that spirit's gonna hunt her with the tower. Hey, Isaac, chill, doll. No, we need to close the door. We're doing this reading. We need our privacy. Yeah. I know the surveilling entities here want to listen in and all that bullshit. Nosy ass people, these nosy fucking neighbors and shit. Anyways, Isaac, come here right now. Some of you, she's nosy. Be careful for her. She's coming to take your life, this tower moon. She knows exactly who you are. She knows that you are very, very scary to her and her agenda of dark. She knows that when you step in, you turn the lights on in that room, and she got to look down at those shoes now. Why is she wearing shoes like that when she don't even got a soul, you heard? Some of you here, she's not grateful. And spirit here really got an itch on the back of their hind side. And trust me, as bad as that itch gets, they would never have her help them with that. You heard? You know, she's not blessed. She don't have the gifts you have. She does not have the blessings you have. Spirit wants you to defeat this curse because the curse, okay, has come through her. As dark as you go, you need that much more light. And you are the only one, I'm hearing, who can defeat her. Some of you, you're going to hear about her. Some of you, it's you versus her. You're going to take her down. Some of you, like I said, this is that Jezebel. Spirit's done with the... You know who you are. Spirit's going to take her down, you heard? King of Wands. Spirit here is going to take her down. They're done with her. This Jezebel karmic who stole you. She thought she's a copycat to you. She want to be like you, and she thinks y'all are so similar and shit. That one. King of Wands with the moon. She stole your past life husband, thinking that would get her closer to you and your creative potentials. No, honey, no. Okay? You come in this lifetime with a totally different look to you. And it don't involve him. And that's not why. Okay? You are who you are. It's not because of who sits next to you on the throne. Okay? And you know better than to let, the jester overthrow you. From your own. And you have your own. It's not you and him with one throne. She thought that her getting with your past life husband, you were royalty with him. Yes, you were. Okay? She thought that, just in this next lifetime, I gotta look like her, be like her, manifest with her person, and then I can destiny swap. No, honey, it don't work like that. Okay? It don't work like that. Not when the destiny, is still in writing. And the pen, spirit knows, don't fit in her hand.